One Notice and RNDC along with the Unity College Dimapur today held a panel discussion on the topic 6 schedule, TIPRA Accords and negotiating the future of Northeast at IMC Hall, Dimapur. The panelists that included eminent personalities like Tripura's Royal Skyant Pradyot Debarman, ex-MLA Monlumo Kikon, Patricia Mukim, editor of Shillong Times and ex-councillor David Langthasa. During the question and answer round, Hornbill TV asked about the negative narrative set by mainstream media on Meghalaya over the Raja Raghuvanshi case and how regional media should be more assertive. Patricia remarked that it was up to all citizens with social media to stand up for such reviews. She further asserted that it was sad that there was yet to be a forum for Northeast Journalist Forum.
Thank you so much, Unity College and One Northeast, for giving us, the media, especially the Nagaland media, a chance to be a part of this discussion. I've got two questions for the respected panel, one for Ma'am Patricia and one for Daniel. Ma'am, this might come off the tangent that we are speaking about, the topics that we are speaking about. But nowadays you said that we have failed as citizens, we don't raise voices. Ma'am, in this context, ma'am, the recent Raja Raghuvanshi case had literally put Meghalaya in damage control mode. That was only narrated by the mainstream media and not regional media, because we regional media, we really tried. Now talking about the 6th schedule or the TIPRA Accords and even what is going to happen or negotiating the future of the Northeast. Ma'am, no matter what happens, the media is responsible for spreading of information. How do us regional medias maintain a balance that even though the narrative is coming from mainland, we have our own set of narratives?
Thank you for that question. It's excellent. Of course, it's beyond the 6th schedule. The worst sort of news report was from the Times of India, which called Meghalaya the crime-prone hills. So what did we do? As a citizen, as somebody who has some form of opening through social media, I put that up on my Facebook page. I did hashtag Times of India, how dare you write such a piece of news? And actually that went to the Times of India and then they pulled it down. Of course, there were others. I think our Chief Minister also pointed that out. But it's important for every citizen to stand up, yeah? What is the point of having a social media page or a Facebook page or an Instagram page if we post only pictures? It's about posting critical issues as well, because your social media reaches the entire country and beyond. I think we need to also educate ourselves on how to take on critical issues that are floated by the mainstream. The mainstream media has done extensive damage to our region, short of calling us primitive and backward and all that. So we need to form a conglomerate here. We need to form, I was just saying yesterday that we don't even have a Northeast Journalist Forum, which is very sad. I think we should be having that, we should form that very soon, so that we can contest what the so-called mainstream media does. Because how can somebody sitting in Madhya Pradesh, construct a whole story about Meghalaya? They haven't even visited the place. I'm sure that woman who wrote it, it was a woman reporter. She doesn't know this place, she only heard and she only saw a lot of it from electronic media and then made her report. This is happening all the time, and every time we see this, we need to contest it. Recently, a piece of video went viral about a minister, Deputy Chief Minister, pointing his fingers at a journalist and saying, you should not be here whenever I give a press conference. I think that is so unwarranted. And yet, we didn't have the entire country coming together to condemn that piece of nonsense, actually.
And the Wire did.
The Wire did, yes, yeah. yes. So, if we do not build solidarity now, we're going to lose our solidarity forever. And without the media, there can be no really foundational democracy.